Hey everybody, Dieter Kurtenbach here with Larry Krueger in the KMBR studios in San Francisco. 49ers coaching search. It's hot and heavy and it's a little crazy right now. Latest news out of Santa Clara. The 49ers are requesting to interview Tom Coughlin, who resigned last week. They interviewed Hue Jackson Sunday in Cincinnati, and with the news today, you have to think that might not have gone very well.
Well, Dirk Cutter on Saturday. Don't forget
Right.
about Dirk Cutter. And Coughlin is a surprise, though. I mean, that really surprises me. I was surprised that he wanted to continue coaching, and the Eagles wanted to interview him. But he does have a couple Super Bowl rings, and the 49ers have, basically said they want to come out and find somebody who's done it before. We don't know exactly what it is, but if it is winning a Super Bowl, then interviewing Tom Coughlin makes sense.
Problem is, Tom Coughlin, 69 years old. He was pushed out by all accounts in New York after a pretty poor season with that team. And a lot of people think it was part of his age was the issue. They wanted a younger guy. One of those guys might be Hue Jackson, who they are going to interview later this week. It looked as if the 49ers had put all of their eggs in the Jackson basket. And the fact that they're calling Tom Coughlin on Monday after they talked to Hue Jackson on Sunday, I can't see that as a good sign for the 49ers. Can you?
Well, it's hard to read. I mean, first of all, Jed flew out and was there, and he's sitting in front of a guy that's his guy, and Hue Jackson. You got to ask the question, why did you not make him an offer? Now, there's this theory that's going around that you don't make anybody an offer until you're 100% convinced that they're going to accept it. But still, I mean, if you're the 49ers and if you really thought Hue Jackson was your guy and you're sitting there with him for 5 hours, I'm a little surprised they didn't offer him the job if he is indeed their top guy, as is being reported.
And that's the kicker. You look at the landscape, and Jed York was very clear about this in that press conference. There's a lot of competition for head coaching jobs. Adam Gase already hired in Miami. The top guys are going to go to the highest bidding team or the top place for them. And we have talked about it all season. The 49ers are probably not that place. So I agree with you 100%. If Hue Jackson is the guy and you had to go get him, then you got to bring some money and put it on the table. And now it looks like they're in a bit of a scramble mode. It'll probably become a little bit clearer as the week progresses. But the Coughlin news totally out of left field to, I think, all of us. And might leave the 49ers sort of sitting there wondering what the hell just happened.
Well, we're talking money on the table, but it might be control. I mean, maybe Jed York is going into this saying, okay, Trent Baalke's my general manager, and he's going to make the picks unless you have a proven track record of success. Now, Hue was the Raiders GM at the end, but it didn't necessarily go spectacularly well. He traded a 1 and a conditional second for Carson Palmer. Now, in hindsight, Palmer's looking pretty good.
Right.
He's had a fantastic year. But you still gave away a couple picks for an older quarterback who then you got rid of in a very short amount of time. So, I don't know that the 49ers want Hue Jackson as a head coach and in full control of personnel.
Right.
And maybe that was the hang-up. If you're tied to Trent Baalke as the guy who's going to draft for you, and Hugh comes in and says nothing short of total control is bringing me to San Francisco, and I'm not saying he said that, but
Right.
just for the sake of the dialogue, throw that out there. If that was the case, that might make you pause.
And some teams might be giving it to him. You look at the landscape around the NFL, there's going to be some teams that are willing to give Hue Jackson total control, I'd imagine. And if the 49ers aren't, that's going to put them at a significant disadvantage. We'll see how it all pans out throughout the week. It has certainly gotten a lot more interesting than it was on Friday over the weekend and early on Monday afternoon. 49ers are expected to have a coach this week. That was the report that we had, I think, when we left the office on Friday. I don't know if that's the case anymore. We'll find out.
Well, and then don't forget the name Dirk Cutter, because Dirk Cutter did work with Blaine Gabbert in Jacksonville.
Right.
He did get a lot out of David Garrard in 2007 with the Jaguars. He's thought to be kind of a quarterback-friendly coach. And, Jameis Winston, the Tampa Bay Bucks, I believe, had the 5th best offensive yardage in the league. That's pretty incredible considering Jameis is a first-year player. So there's a lot of respect for Cutter. I heard that his interview Saturday, he hit it out of the park. Will he go back to Tampa
Right.
that's what's being rumored? Or has he now the number one choice? We're going to find out the answer, I would imagine, in a short amount of time.
Topsy-turvy world in Santa Clara. We'll have all of it for you on KMBR 680 and KMBR.com. Until the next time, which could be pretty soon, Dieter Kurtenbach, Larry Krueger, signing out.